Hey, Harriet, are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Thank you. Okay, good morning, everyone. My name is Harris Adams. I'm the Administrative Law Judge assigned to hear proceeding 10A-842R. This matter comes on for a pre-hearing conference pursuant to decision number R25-0094I. We can call the pre-hearing conference to order if we can start with entries of appearance.
Greg Carson, Your Honor, for the Colorado Department of Transportation from the Attorney General's office.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello, Hearing Officer Adams. My name is Patrick Wilson. I'm here on behalf of the City of Commerce City. With me is Michael McGoldrick, who is a member of the Public Works Department of the city.
Good morning.
Good morning. My name is April Connolly. I am here on behalf of Union Pacific Road.
Good morning. Your audio is coming through a little fuzzy to me. I'm not sure if there's anything to be done about it.
All right, Judge, let me see if I can figure that out for you.
But actually, that seems better now. So maybe
Oh,
we're
okay, great.
Okay, thank you. All right. So this is a matter been pending a few days now and has quite a history with it. The commission has referred the pending motion back for further proceedings. And I think basically at this point, I want to hear from the parties kind of basically a status, and then we're going to figure out the steps to get the case resolved.
Well, Your Honor, it was the City of Commerce City who filed for the motion for extension of time. And I have to apologize because I am new to this matter, although I see it's been around for 15 years or so, it seems like, from the very beginning. From what I understand is that the parties filed an amended application with the PUC in the fall of 2023. That was granted. And I think what maybe might have happened is that the parties were a little ambitious on how quickly that work would be completed and a completion letter would be submitted. There was an initial deadline of, I think, June 30th of 2024 to submit a notice of completion of these crossing improvements. The parties moved for an extension of time through the end of 2024, and that also was not enough time. So a second motion for extension of time was submitted right before the end of the year. That's the one where the parties had requested an additional 2.5 years to submit a completion letter. And I think that the reason we're here today is to kind of explain what needs to happen between now and when a completion letter can get submitted. But before I go any further, I want to make sure I'm not stepping out of line because I am new to the game.
Well, that's what I was asking for. So, and I guess just perhaps for clarification, then, are there no changes anticipated at this point to the plans and specifications already approved by the commission from any party?
I'm going to have to defer to Mr. McGoldrick. Can you do you know if the plans that were approved in, I think it was late December of 2023, are there changes to the plans that still need to be approved by the commission, or is it just really kind of working out details and a revised construction and maintenance agreement? You're muted right now, Mr. McGoldrick.
Thank you. We are working out some details. Union Pacific is reviewing those plans, and we anticipate there will be some potentially additional comments that we would take care of to update those plans. So we do anticipate there may still be some relatively minor changes, but need to be worked through Union Pacific. In addition, Union Pacific will be creating plans for their portion of the project, which is the signals and what have you on the rail line itself, though I'd probably defer to Union Pacific for any more detail on that.
And just briefly, Judge, I would say, so the design has changed from what the PUC previously approved in 2023. Looks like what has changed was the total approach time, the loop detector locations, and the railroad interface. And it's also, I just want to note that the approved application did not include the required Union Pacific signal design or estimate. So there will be some changes, but Union Pacific doesn't have any objection to the extension. Both, all of us have been working together. There's no outstanding disputes. It's really just trying to work through some of the designs.
Thank you. Anything additional to add to that, Mr. Carson?
No, Your Honor, it's just my understanding that there's some conduit that needs to be run under the road, which I think the plans did show, which CDOT has not been able to locate, so I'm not sure that's been done. There's a signal cabinet that conduit is going to be running to, and my understanding from CDOT is that there's currently none of the electronics or anything in that cabinet, so that'll need to be done as well. But it has no objection to the extension.
Okay, well, I'm concerned at this point. I don't. I'm not convinced that we're just going to say, "Hey, see you in 2.5 years." I think we need a little more substance around the process here for the benefit of the commission. And so, what I think I'll ask the parties to do is confer and basically write out the milestones we've got to get to from here till we see that completion letter, and so we can put a timeline to that and see if we can keep this thing on track moving from here, and how we get to 2.5 years.
Your Honor,
So go ahead. I'll finish. I'm going to say, so it does seem like the parties aren't, as it was said, there's not necessarily a dispute. However, the commission isn't informed as to what's happening in the case. And so I'm not saying it can't take 2.5 years. I'm saying that sounds like a heck of a long time on a case that's 15 years old. And so I think I'd like the parties to put together something so we can monitor it more actively as we move forward. And I probably will require some filing of status reports or further pre-hearing conferences.
I was just going to say, Your Honor, the parties, I think, did confer last week and have actually come up with a timeline that I think we can circulate and submit to on your docket so that you can make some findings. And I think having a periodic status conference in 8 or 9 months or whenever to kind of make sure we're still on track is probably a good idea to keep this progress moving.
And in that, what you've already put together so far, have you coordinated timelines for modifications and review by the commission as well?
I don't know that is included in here. I think it just has what we have so far is just the parties review, bidding process, construction progress, testing, and things like that. But that's something we have to incorporate into this as well.
Yeah, I'd like to see that as well, because it seems like if it's going to take 2.5 years for the parties to figure out if they agree to something, it seems like maybe we don't want to wait that long to see if the plans and specifications can be approved by the commission at that point.
Okay.
Okay, I'll call it a recess for a brief moment. Give me just a minute and I'll be right back with you.
April, I don't think I have met you. Hi.
Hi.
Sorry. Go ahead, Judge.
Okay.
Sorry, Judge, I just may interject and put one other thing out there that
Sure.
kind of goes to the timeliness of this. So it's my understanding also that there's some work that UP needs to complete to accommodate the requested queue cutter. So I think there's a lot that's going on with I think why the party is seeking an extension. So it's not all just design. I think there's also some work, like physical work, that has to be done before this can move forward. So that might shed some light as well.
I appreciate that clarification. And I just asked you to coordinate that in this timeline that I'm going to see, so we know where that fits with these approval processes as well.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is that something the parties think they can put together and say within 30 days? And I know that we're not changing this case overnight, but does that sound reasonable?
I believe
Yes, Your
so.
Honor.
Okay. Then I'll hang tight until I see the proposers or time schedule of milestones, and then we'll go from there. Is there anything further we need to address today from any party?
Nothing for Union Pacific, Your Honor.
Nothing from the city of Commerce City.
Thank you.
Nothing from CDOT, Your Honor.
All right. With that, I thank you all for appearing today, and I'll look forward to seeing the timeline you are able to put together to get us moving. Thank you very much, and have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.